now, don't talk about it, and otherwise I get into trouble. You're like, have to wait and have to wait. Explosive growth at your houses. That's why I love fastbuds so much.
It's looking amazing.
This video is strictly for documentary, educational and scientific purposes only.
Hello and welcome to another episode of our behind the scenes at our breeding facilities. And I'm not here alone. I am here this time with Bernie.
Hello guys.
And you might wonder why we this time wear these suits, because we shot some other footage earlier and we got into contact with pollen, and so we make sure we do not bring any pollen in this room, because here you see testers. So we have here 10 different strains, 3 to 4 cultivars of each strain, and we're checking them out. They're looking really, really fantastic. As you see, we grow under artificial light, even though we are in a greenhouse, but it's all covered up. We're not using the sun. That way we have perfect environmental control. Air conditioning, oscillating fans, and so on. Bernie, what do you think about the new testers?
It's looking amazing. Good structure, good plants.
Of course, there's different phenotypes. As always, we are growing from seed, and so we always check different phenotypes out and make sure that they are homogeneous. And as we see, these plants just started flowering, so we won't have that much of trichome production and so on it, but it is just good to see how the new strains develop. And I can guarantee you we have 10 testers, and even though we know all of these have the potential to be great strains, but we will see how are they performing in secondary testing, not only here on these two tables, but also at your houses, at Chubb's house, at my house. And we will wait for feedback, and I'm sure in the end we will have maybe half of them, or maybe even more, will be released and available for you guys. But it really depends not only on what we think, but also on what do you think and what do our testers think. Some of them already have like a really nice smell. Beautiful, I just love it. Look at those leaves, look for an autoflower. Look, they're bigger than my hands, look at it. Amazing, absolutely fantastic.
I want to ask you, what are you looking for on these plants? Looking for the leaves, looking for the pistils, looking for the bud structures? And Sebastian, how are you looking for?
So when I grow testers, I start with what is the germination like? What is the germination rate? Then I also like to check on how fast will they germinate and how fast will they come out of the earth. And in the first 2 weeks, I want to see in comparison to which one is the fastest, which one develops fast. And then I look, of course, what is the leaf size, you know, because every strain is a little bit different. Another thing I look for obviously is bud development. Will they have long internodal spacing like this one, for example, or do they have more shorter internodal spacing like this little one, for example, here, right? And then you obviously have to always put in mind that look how high the lights hang. The lights are like 1 meter, 3 feet at least away from the plants. So the conditions in a grow like this are very different than what we do in our homes, in a home grow. We don't mind if they become 1 meter 50, like 6 foot tall. It doesn't matter, you know. If we have that in our home grow, we might be in trouble. After all, I'm really looking for plant structure, trichome and pistil development. Of course, bud structure, but we would have to wait a little bit, internodal spacing, and just all over the vigor, because I like plants which are vigorous, they show like explosive growth, and not just some which you like have to wait and have to wait. I mean, in the end of the day, that's why I love fastbuds so much, because we kind of don't have strains where you have to wait a lot. Like within 10, 11 weeks, bam, you're done for sure. Before we go over and we're gonna check out our mothers, so the plants we're using to make new photoperiodic strains, don't forget to like, subscribe. Also, make sure to hit the bell and maybe share it even with your friends. So we are here right now in the tent where we put all the cuttings. They are in a humidity dome, obviously, because they need extreme high amounts of humidity. So all these are cuttings of our photoperiodic strains, and we basically keep them ready to shift into veg and flower to make sure that we can produce strains immediately when we need them. And up here we see some seedlings as well, which are gonna go into production, or some of them might be just testers. And here we have some of our cuttings which already rooted. I assume they're about 10 days old. So here we are standing in between our mothers, and here are some papaya crosses we're working with right now. Psh, don't talk about it, and otherwise I get into trouble. I will be shown how we are actually taking cuttings. So here we go. So this was our video about our testers and mother room. We showed you how to make cuttings, what's important to us with our testers, and where we keep the mothers of future strains as well. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and also make sure to hit the bell so you get notifications. Maybe leave a comment which part you like best and what you want to see next. Bernie, did you enjoy it?
Yes, I enjoy and I love it here, and it's an amazing day for me and for you.
It's always amazing to be around that many plants. We are around plants all the time at our house, but only few, not like these amounts. It's always fun. You always learn something, and of course, if you're here, you always are remembered that it's always 420 somewhere.
Yes.